there! Happy Wednesday! Thanks for joining me here tonight. Last night we chopped up one of my husband's shirts and we got all of these little squares. We also got a whole pile of extra bits. These are cuffs that I cut up and collars, and we are going to turn those into a pom-pom using the Clover pom-pom maker tonight. We are using up every bit of this shirt. It is kind of like a recycling week this week. I'm just using up scraps. This shirt has been laying around the house for a while. It needs to be gone, and we're making it disappear. So thanks for joining me here. My name is Alyssa Thomas from Penguin and Fish, where we make cute embroidery kits for the beginning crafter, and I am here every weeknight at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, and it's a time that we can relax and craft together. I'm here for about an hour, and I work on projects from beginning to end, so you can be part of the whole process along the way. And we have a free week this week. Typically we work on a project each full week of the month, but this week is kind of half and half. This is the last day of September. So we have kind of a free week where we work on just whatever we want, basically. And this week, I have been working on just cleaning up some of the scrap fabric around the house. We made some pom-poms the first night of just a jar of scrap fabric, like salvages and stuff that I had. And last night, we chopped up my husband's t-shirt. I am making a quilt just all out of scrap fabric. And I make these blocks just while I'm working on other projects. They are my leaders and enders. So I have been making all of these little squares as I'm sewing other projects. But I ran out of fabric, so had to grab one of my husband's shirts. This one was meant for the garbage anyway, but I saved it. He had totally ripped off the arm. And we got a whole pile more. This is all from one shirt. And then also we do have a pile of extras here. Now this is like where the buttons are, where the pocket was, the collar, the cuffs of the arm, and I just chopped it all up into like little stringy bits, and tonight we are going to use these up and make a couple pom-poms. I think they're going to look like really classy pom-poms, actually. And I use these to decorate gifts. You can make like a little wreath out of them. I think it's just cute holiday decor. And before we turn around here, it is the last day of the month, which means it is the last day of our embroidery of the months. So we got like the little bat here. These are bundles that you can get with all the supplies. This one's on a tea towel, our little scully pumpkin here, and they are also digital patterns. So if you didn't want to get a whole bundle, you can get the digital pattern for it as well. So that's on the Penguin and Fish website. Go check that out. It changes over at midnight Central Time tonight over to October's embroidery of the month. So, all right, and thanks everyone who already got a bundle or a pattern. It was really fun stitching it with you 2 weeks ago. So, all right, let's get making these pom-poms. Thanks, guys, for being here. All right, so let me scroll down. Oh, so Tracy's asking, do I have light squares too? I do. So these are my light squares. However, I have hardly anything left for this. I think this was like a flannel bed sheet or something at one point. I don't know where this came from. I've kind of been using it for my lights. I did have a shirt that was light and I used that up. But I do need to cut more of those, and we will do that probably tomorrow here. All right, but tonight, let's start plowing through this. So I did want to show you, I did cut up the rest of the fabric that we had laying around last night. So they should all be in like little kind of strips like this. This is all I have left. I have the buttons here, so those I'll clean up. And then this is it for the garbage. I do have a couple pieces that were a little bit bigger, and these have gone in my stack of little pieces that we'll do some improv piecing with. So that's just going into a different scrap bin. But this is all that I'm going to be throwing away. So from that whole shirt, it's just this. So I'm pretty happy about that. I feel like we've converted that shirt pretty well. All right. So let's go ahead and make some of these pom-poms. So I'm using that pom-pom, that clover pom-pom maker again. And I think this will be good. I'm excited to give this a try. I have not done this with a shirt before. So typically I would just throw all this away once I'm done extracting a shirt, extracting the good fabric out of the shirt. But gosh, I've been so into these pom-pom makers lately that I thought it'd be fun to just try. And we are going to fill these up fast, I can tell already. And this is like a nice shirt. So this is like that, it's got like a black and gray check. And I think it's going to actually look really good for fall and just look like really classy. So we're making some classy pom-poms here. I think that'll be kind of fun. So many pom-poms lately. But again, I use these for gifts and stuff. I think they're cute little wrapping bits. So I did cut these all into strips, all my excess shirts. Some of it has like interfacing and stuff in like the collars and all that. So, I mean, it's all kind of crazy and different, but it's fun. Giving it a go. Seeing what happens. I like trying things out, experimenting here. All right, that's plenty. I can hardly get this closed, actually. So we're going to close that side up. This will all get trimmed later, all these extra bits. So let's open this side and do the same thing. Oh, Michelle's asking if my husband knew I cut up his shirt. I don't think he knew before I was doing it. However, this has literally been just sitting in our upstairs hallway for months because it was ripped through. So that, I don't know if like you saw last night, but last night the whole like sleeve, like the elbow was basically ripped in half. So it wasn't salvageable anymore as a shirt. And I, instead of throwing it away, I'm like, no, I'll keep it and I'll make something out of it at some point. And it's just been sitting in, just being clutter in the hallway, like I said, for months and months. So it's actually clean up there, clean in the hallway now. So I don't think he cared. It was going to be garbage anyway. I think it was more of an eye roll when I decided to save it. So now it's actually turning into something. So I feel good about that. One of these thick ones on it. So I'm just wrapping these guys around and around. So we did a couple fabric ones on Monday, just with I had a bunch of stringy fabric like this in a jar, and I can actually have that jar now for like storing food in. Oh, well, this is an awfully large piece. We'll have to cut this up for sure. That's snuck in there. But yeah, so I feel like I cleaned up that, and now I have another usable something to store kitchen stuff. So we're making progress here. I think we can get one more on here. Little skinny ones. All right, I think let's just stop there. And you know what? I think I have a little bit more on the other side. It feels a little bit fatter. So let's just keep going here. This one's a little bigger. We'll get this one on. So any little pieces that come off of this, I'm declaring as actual garbage. I'm not going to keep any more of this shirt. It is had enough. So all right, I have my bin here of floss. I'm going to use floss to hold this together instead of scrap fabric, because I think the scrap fabric will just break. So let's try and find, maybe I have a black so it'll blend together. This is just all scrap thread. All right, I'm going to use this black here. And I keep the other size of clover pom-pom makers in here because I like making pom-poms out of excess floss too. I use it to stitch too, but I do like using it for this. All right, I have my super sharp scissors. I'm gonna cut through this center area on either side. So it was a little more difficult to cut through all this fabric when I was doing the ones from the other day, so I might have to kind of snip these in layers as best I can. I'm just kind of chomping at it. Just lower and lower. There we go. Ooh, chunks are flying here. All right, I think we are through all the way. Yep, you should be able to see that entire kind of path through there. Oh, this is going to be messy. I'm going to be sneezing tons, probably. This actually isn't quite as hard to cut through as that other fabric. So this is shirting fabric, so I think it's a little bit thinner than the quilting weight fabric. A lot easier to cut through. All right, let's grab our black. I think I'm going to use all of this. I could probably actually just use half. Yeah, we'll do half. Then I can use one for the next one. So I'm using just the string to hold this together. I'm putting it in that kind of pathway in the middle there, going all the way around. Just going to kind of put these ends together. And then I'm actually going to yank it through. So I'm pulling this thread, this floss, to the middle here. And then we'll tie it in a knot. Ooh, yeah, maybe a little longer would have been easier to pull this. Tie it in like a double knot. Okay, so we should be tied in the middle here. So now we can separate it. So I'm going to just open up these little flaps. This is what we wrapped around earlier. Ooh, cute. And then open this side. All right, and then we just pull the whole thing apart. So it looks busted, but that's what's supposed to happen. And you just put them back together. All right, so this is our pom-pom so far. Let's shake it out. I'm just grabbing it. I have the strings here, and I'm just kind of grabbing it and grabbing right up to the middle point. I think it's just easier to hold onto it and shake it out. So we want all these little extra pieces to just come out of there. And there we go. Now we can trim it up. I like try to just fluff it up a little bit. And let's try and make this guy a little rounder. Let's definitely get rid of these little flippity flops. All right, you can see that middle there. Sometimes if that's too visible, it's not too bad because I'm using that dark thread, but I do kind of try and just fluff it around that center part. You can kind of twist it around. But I think really just carving this away will help. Fun! It's like a classy pom-pom. So the more you snip away, just the denser and denser it's going to get, and the smaller, too. But yeah, I'll definitely use this for decorating a gift. I think it just turned out so sweet. So this is it. That's all there is to it. I like leaving the ends there because then I can tie this onto anything else that I'm wrapping the present with, or I can hang it from something. But I like having it just like that. So there we go. That is our first one. I do want to make all of these into more. So let's just keep going here, you guys. I'll answer some questions. Oh, yes! Sylvia says it's like a men's corsage. That's funny that you say that, because the other day John was wearing like a sweater, and we had just finished making the other fabric ones of these, and I'm like, look, you could wear it as a boutonniere. And I held it up to a sweater there, and it looked like a corsage. It was kind of fun. Oh, that was cute. But yeah, you totally could. You could totally make that into like a corsage for anything. Like that'd be actually cute for a wedding if it was a bunch of just like classy colors like this, and all the guys were wearing it. I think that'd be cute. Ooh, yep. Colette says it'd be cute hanging from the Christmas tree. Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. Like, it would be really pretty, I think, to have a tree entirely of pom poms. Like, it could just have like some Christmas lights on there, and then uh, just some pom poms, and they could be all the same color or something too. That would be pretty interesting. I think that would just be neat. All right, let's just hold it the other way. Got to get this area filled. Got all these little pieces. It's kind of hard to hold all these little pieces. Typically you're using, one long piece of yarn doing this, not all these little chunks. But hey, it's working. We're getting by. Ooh! Oh, I like that. Gina says make some orange ones and string together for a Halloween banner. Ooh, I might do that. That's a great idea. Ooh, this would really look good for Halloween stuff, wouldn't it? This and, let's see, do I have anything orange? I don't have any. If I had some orange fabric over here, we could just add some to it. That'd be fun. But I love that idea. It's really cute. Oh, this is that part of the sleeve that just tore. That's the culprit right here. But yeah, this check, this black and gray check is really kind of classy looking, I think. That like farmhouse classy look. Oh, I don't think I'm going to have a sneak peek, Tracy, for the Embroidery of the Month. So new, if you guys are just coming in, it is the last day of September, so our Embroidery of the Month changes over at midnight. So there will be a new one. I'm pretty excited to stitch it up with you guys. I'm really, really excited for it, actually, so I hope you guys like it. I think it's really fun. Alright, this is stuffed. Let's close that up. Got a little dangle-dangles from there. Oh, that's true. We do have orange floss. Do I have... Oh, I almost have... Okay, so this guy... Actually, this guy might pass, wouldn't he? He's purple and black and this orange. They could hang out together. So this is interesting. This is the same pom-pom maker, but this is made with embroidery floss. So this is 6-strand embroidery floss. I've actually brushed it with a hairbrush after to separate the threads, and now it's all like single strands of embroidery floss. It's really kind of thick and silky. It's nice. So that's the same pom-pom maker, but just contrasting looks. But ooh, this looks like total Halloween-y together. Okay, he can stay. You're right there. Oh, but yeah, more of those would look really pretty together, wouldn't they? Alright, this is a thick piece. This is part of a cuff, I think. There. Oh, there. Here's a nice long piece. This fabric, I mean, they really fill up these pom-poms really quickly. So Lynn's asking, is Embroidery of the Month something seasonal? No, it is, oh, look, this one's got the collar in, or the tag. It's something we started last year, well, last December. So December was the first one. Oh, what's going on here? December was the first Embroidery of the Month, and I've just been releasing a new Embroidery of the Month every every month. So it is there. It starts the first of the month, and they come in bundles with all the supplies, and then also as just a digital pattern if you just want a digital pattern. And it runs through the month, and then it switches over at the end of the month to something new. So sometimes it has to do with a holiday or the season or whatever, but sometimes not. And I definitely take suggestions too. So if there's something like you'd like to see in the future, let me know. I'm going to put more on this one. They're not all planned out or anything. I draw them up and we stitch them and we work on them sometimes just a month ahead of time. Ooh, yeah, okay, now this is really thick. But yeah, so it's a new, just fun embroidery every single month, and it stays only for the month. And we stitch it together. So the third week of the month, that's our project for the third week, is we stitch the embroidery of the month. So that gives everyone enough time to get supplies or if you want the bundle, that it's enough time for all that, and then we stitch it up. And that's always really fun, I think. So if you want to learn how to embroider, be sure to stick around for week 3 of every month. I go through getting started and all that every time. So hopefully you'll, if anyone new is there, hopefully they can know what to do too. Tracy, I have not put them on sale later yet. This is just the first year that we've done it. I will probably put them on sale later. So they don't. None of them are actual real patterns yet that I have in the shop. So none of the ones that have previously been released have been out again. I'm hoping to maybe do that in the future, but the embroidery of the month, people who get it during that month, you'll definitely have it before it gets fully released. So none of them are back out as of yet. I think we can get maybe 2 more. Ooh, little guy got away. 2 more out of all this fabric. Maybe just 1. Oh, Gretchen says, my one treat just for me to look forward to each month. Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. All right. I gotta see who said that. Let's see. Oh, Nora. Nora said, is it going to be cute as cute as the bat? I do really like the bat. Oh, cool. Sylvia said, I watched the Improv today for making a zipper bag again from the Scissors Embroidery. Oh, that's cool. So, yeah, I definitely want to do some improv piecing. I know this shirt has been we kind of veered a bit with this shirt, cutting it all up and then turning it into pom-poms. I've been obsessed with pom-pom making lately. Ooh, getting away from me. But I do want to actually do some improv piecing yet this week. And improv piecing is, I can kind of show you. I have a bin of fabric beneath me here. And improv piecing, I mean, these are all really garish. But improv piecing is just where we take some smaller pieces. We just keep sewing other pieces to it. And, look how small these pieces are. But eventually, that's a good chunk of fabric right there. And you just keep adding to it. And soon, these baby, tiny pieces end up being like a whole piece of cloth. So I love doing that with scraps. It is so relaxing. There's something about, first of all, making something from nothing. Because, this is all like garbage fabric. And then second, just that improv piecing, that technique to just sew pieces together. What you're really doing is taking two pieces, and if one piece isn't as long as the next piece, so you can't sew them together yet because they're not the same size, then you find another piece to make it longer. And you make that one piece long enough to sew to the second piece, and you just keep doing that over and over and over again. It is so fun to find pieces that fit together, and then you never know where it's going to go either. Like all of a sudden you're like, oh, I have two kind of bigger pieces and they kind of fit. Let's just go with that. Or, let's just cut this whole entire piece in half and that'll be fine. Like I just love how non-thinking it is and just creative and relaxing, and there's no rules. It is just too much. I love it. All right, here's this one. I really like this one. It feels poofier, so I think maybe, I snipped this one a little smaller too, but I think I wrapped a lot more fabric around this one. They're both really cute though. So all right, we got two. Let's do another one and we'll just really fill it with the fabric. I think while I'm here, why don't we, this one is way too wide. So I'm going to just see if I can do it this way. I'm going to fold it up, try to match those edges as much as I can. And the scissors, I'm thinking, should cut through here. So we're like cutting spaghetti or something here. Oh, works so easy. Just don't cut off my fingers, then we'll be fine. We're making noodles. All right, perfect. There we go. All right. This is like the whole shirt right here. I just can't get over that. I love it. We are not letting it go to waste tonight. Oh, Rebecca says that someone asked for the scissors pattern to return. Yes, I really like that one. So some will eventually bring back, probably in the form of actual, finished kits that will live in the shop and, have all the supplies and the hoop and everything in there, kind of like our normal kits. Maybe we'll try and pitch some to stores, so maybe they'll pop up into like little boutiques or other places. But yeah, I do like that scissors one. Yeah, hopefully we'll bring some back. Probably not all of them though, and they don't come back right away either. Or they haven't yet really. I'm stoked for next month's though. Well, which is tomorrow. I think it's going to be fun. Oh, Jocelyn says, how about cutting the fabric thinner with strips? So I think this one, cutting it this thin that I just did, that's working really well actually. So this is a great thickness. I do like this. So now some of this fabric is just plain chunkier because it seams. I mean, this is literal the shirt cut up. So like this is like 3 layers of fabric together because it's a seam. Ooh, it's long though. I like the long ones. Yeah, there's a little seam at the end. So some of these are going to just end up being chunkier, and maybe I had a lot of these to start with that first one too. Oof. The fuzzles are starting to go up my nose. I'm feeling them. Alright, I think this is definitely going to be the last one for this side. It's feeling pretty thick. Still need to be able to close it. Oh god, just barely. Alright, let's do this side. I think we might have enough for a little bit more. If there's not really enough, then I should have divided this last one in half just to make sure I had enough. But I might still, yeah, you know what? The rest, whatever's left over, it's going to be scrap. At some point, you got to be okay with throwing stuff away, I think. Well, this one shirt is going to turn in so many things, though. It's going to turn into some of these blocks. It's turning into all these pom-poms, and it's also going to turn into whatever that improv, all those improv pieces that I got going, whatever that ends up being, it'll be part of that too. So it's pretty fun. I'm still surprised at how much fabric this shirt actually made. Alright. Get some on this edge. Let's get a thin one in here. Started out thin, then got thick, I guess. One more like that. And then I think we'll be done with this side. Ooh, yeah, again, can barely stuff it. I think there's probably enough for one more here. It can be just like a little sparse one, if anything. Alright, just cutting up through there. I'm gonna have to get more thread. So we'll do that. John's laughing at something in the other room. Funny. Alright. I'm gonna snip. Oh gosh, this is so thick right here. We're gonna have to go little by little. There we go. Pop it open there. Ooh. Oh, I did make this a whole lot thicker though, didn't I? So that makes sense. A little more difficult to chop through. Whew, did it. Now let's get this side. Got lots of little flanges sticking out here. So this is, again, with this fabric, it's a little more difficult to cut through than if it was just, snippy it right now, than if it was just yarn or the embroidery floss or something. Kind of a lot of layers to get through. We want to get all of those layers, though. It's not going to come apart unless we get all the way through. Valeria, it is the new embroidery pattern is coming out tonight at, well, you know, basically tomorrow, but tonight at midnight. So midnight Central Time. So, you know, for me right now, which is Central Time, it is 9:03. So at midnight, so 3 hours, I will switch it over to the new pattern. So it'll be available then, and we'll have an email reminder going out tomorrow morning too. All right, I ran out of that floss, so let's get some more. I do want to find more black though. I know we got it in here, all these crazy scraps. Ugh, yeah, this black is messed up though. All right, there we go. I'll get enough for 2 right away. We could make a smaller one, but I think this is just a really nice size for these. A bigger one would actually be really good with this, with the fabric too, but now I don't think I have enough for a big one. Oh, I made the thread a little bit longer and it's much easier to work with. Okay, let's pop this apart. Oh, Gina, it might be daylight saving. I don't. Oh gosh, I have a hard time keeping track of all that. Ooh. I could make a smaller pom-pom with the rest. I think we tried. Oh yeah, let's grab that here. On Monday, we made one with the next size down. It's actually much smaller. When I hold it up like this, it looks big, but it's actually a lot tinier, and I think I'm going to have like way too much fabric for that. I could make probably 3 of these little ones out of what I have left. It's awfully cute though. So I think I'm going to try another big one, and it can just be a little bit more sparse maybe. Ooh, this one's really thick though. Look how poofy and nice this one is. Ooh, all right, let's trim them up. Ooh, these little bits are flying everywhere. Out of here. You can actually make these whatever shapes you want. You could make them more oval or cut one side down quite a bit. I don't, for some reason. But I like just trying to make them roundish. Try not to cut my fingers off. That would not be fun. Oop, there's a little bit right there. So this definitely feels, I call this carving. I feel like you really are carving away at it and shaping it how you want. Ooh, we're making this one real nice and round. Ooh, it's cute. Wow, I really put a lot on this one. And I think this is the one that I kind of stuck to those thinner, skinnier little bits. But look how thick and flowery it's looking. That one's nice. I like it. I'm going to call that one done too. Oh, there, a little bit flew off. Okay, cute. Well, that's a little smaller too. I trimmed that one a little more. They're all totally acceptable, pretty pom-poms though, I think. All right, let's do this last one and see what we get here. I think we'll have a little bit of time left tonight. I would like to cut some of that green fabric, and then maybe tomorrow we can sew one of these all the way through one of our little bits, so I can show you that process again, like how I started with just sewing them when I'm working on a different project on the machine. Then I save them in that little basket till it gets too overwhelming. Then I trim them. We can kind of go through the whole process, but I would love to make one of those blocks. Then we would have 10 of those so far. And I'd have so many, well, actually not that many, but I'd have a few less of those squares hanging around. Although I think I probably have enough to make, at least three or four, maybe even more of these blocks. Be nice to crank through some of those. But we'll do one, because I do want to do the improv piecing, so we'll do that on Friday. Yeah, Kathy's saying it's the nicest one yet. The fuller is definitely better. Yeah, I'm liking that full one. I think a lot of it is I use thinner pieces because this one is feeling awfully chunky again. I have a lot of seams again, and these pieces are definitely bigger. Okay, we're going to close that up. I can barely hold that together. I actually feel like I should put more in the center there, but I don't want to run out either. So let's do this side, and then we'll just load them up. Load them the rest of the way up. Not the easiest holding all these little pieces, but this is like this is like the interfacing of the collar again, so we'll have a little bit of other gray fabric in here. That's kind of funny. Ugh, yeah, these are definitely the last remnants of whatever this shirt was. It's actually kind of knowing all these pieces. Okay, that chunk is going. Here's a fat one. We'll hold some things together here. Oh, I really want to get it all in this one. Oh, we got this whole side yet. I'm really trying to hang on so they don't unravel on me. Oh, Gina, I'm right there with you. I wish we were going through spring, too. Spring's my favorite. Everything is, you're coming out of the cold, and everything's just getting warmer and nicer and growing and smells good. Although this fall has been pretty nice so far, too. But still, fall just, it's going to get colder and colder. No way about it. So, I don't know. The knowing of it getting warmer, for me, that's the best. Ooh, man, we had this whole discussion, me and John the other day. We had like we were talking about like my favorite smells of summer. So you guys have to let me know. Like we were just smelling like the last little bits of smells of summer. For me, they're like the classic smells. So it had just rained. So the smell of rain on blacktop, hot blacktop with the smell of fresh rain on it, that is a summer smell. Um, Chlorine from the pool. I didn't smell that all summer, which is a bummer, but that is a summer smell. Chlorine. You got hot dogs, like someone grilling next door. I think you have the fresh cut grass. That's a good summer smell. Ooh, lemon blossoms. Dang, I don't get all that yummy smells. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I'll be able to close this. This is so many. These little rando. Okay, that guy. These little ones, those are going away. We'll try and get these around though. Ooh, Jennifer has mini pineapples and lilies and stuff. Oh, dang. See, now those are some good sound and smells. Oh, gosh, I can't even close this. Squish. Okay, I am going to try and... Oh, gosh, I can't. All right, these two are going bye-bye. I can't do it. We got to use them. I can't just throw away the two remaining ones. We're going to fit them on here. Get it. There we go. Okay, good. Most of them are going to be cut away, but not all of it. All right. Oh, look at that shirt is just evaporated. Ugh, all these little bits, though. That whole shirt. It's that, and then I have these little scraps here, and that is the trash pile right here out of that entire shirt. I'm pretty excited about that. Okay. Let's just take care of these right away. There we go. All right, this again is going to be tricky to snip through. Ooh, get that guy. Oh, I'm going to have to snip it in like 3 separate layers. So this is like those big fat seams from the shirt too, so that's a reason that it's difficult to snip through as well. So I suspect that this one won't be as full and pretty as this one. This one's definitely, I think, the best one. It looks great. These other ones are just fine too, but I suspect that this one I used the finest, the nicest fabric for. It was that nice strip of that one that I cut up. This one is the chunkiest bits, I think, so this one will probably be the chunkiest. Although it's pretty fat, like I put a lot on. Probably the most on. Definitely the most on. So maybe it'll be fine. But yeah, all different kind of thicknesses and stuff. All the seams. Ugh. There we go. Are we through? Yep. Okay, good. My table is turning like a fuzzy black. I don't know, can you see all this fuzz? It's everywhere. Okay, the last last thread. And it doesn't really matter where you pull this through. It's all going to the center. Okay. Oh, I have not seen that yet. Gretchen is suggesting a hysterical show on Netflix, Offspring. I feel like I might have seen that pop up, but I have not seen that. I am in the market for a new show. I just finished the last season of The Good Place. I think that was on just like normal network TV, but I watched it on Netflix. And I thought that was such a sweet show. Especially the last season was just really good. I'm trying to get John to watch it now. We watched the first episode of it again today. Just if you want just like a sweet but thoughtful, really well written show. It might take a little while to get into, but maybe not. Just an easy show. If you want an easy, lovely, simple show that's funny and cute and sweet, and you know, you don't have to get way into it or anything, then it's a good show. It's done really well, I think. I've kind of been comparing it to Scrubs a little bit. Not that it's anything like Scrubs, but it has that same sort of fun vibe to it. I've been really liking it. Or I just have that, like, I just finished the whole series, Buzz, and now I don't ever get to see it again, and now I'm sad. I'm sad that there's no more of it. I think that's why I'm trying to get John to watch it with me, then I can watch it again. In my pursuit of not dramatic, you know, just calm, no anxiety sort of shows, it's ended up just being like, just shows like that. But it's a really well done show. Oh, I was looking at that too, the Enola Holmes on Netflix, Catherine. That's on my radar. That might be my next show. I forgot about that. Okay, here we are. All right, so we got our little guys here. I don't know if you guys can tell because they're pretty dark, it looks like, but they're like really kind of rich and pretty and super classy. Like I think like this on, I don't have anything near me, but this on like oh, here. So this box, so this is the box that I am, this is all the spare shirts that I'm using to cut up for this, but I wanted to start with that shirt that was laying in the hallway. So that's done, but I do have some extras. Here's that white, but what I wanted to get out was that this is almost like that pretty craft paper. So just imagine like this is a present and you're wrapping this with some stuff, and you know, maybe you even do more than one. Like you could get like such a cute little gift wrapping thing going. Maybe it's up in the corner of the box and you got some other stuff going down here, or like a little sprig of something. I just think it's just would be so cute to wrap things with. But yeah, even just this alone on the craft paper, that brown, would just look so cool on a gift. I love it. So I'm definitely saving all of these. They will be going on to gifts for the holidays, all of these. So I'm pretty excited. So this is the rest of the shirt. We made it disappear. I'm pretty excited about that. All right. Let's, how much time do we have left? Oh, we got like 10 minutes or so. Oh, I got this out too. You could even, we kind of looked at this already, but you can tie it onto a hoop, an embroidery hoop, and then make like a holiday wreath, like all these back and forth. Ooh, let's get the other ones. I'm going to lay them all out here, the ones that we made on Monday too. We almost got a full wreath, really. I mean, maybe I'd group them differently, but let's grab these. Just to see it go all the way around would be cool. Oh, it would look so cute. Especially if you did it like with intention. Maybe it'd all be the same, or we could group some things together. But look, it's exactly the right amount. Oh, it's sweet. I mean, it needs work. We could play around with this a little bit more, but the idea of it I really like. Then you could hang it up. You could put like a little bird in here or something. You could put other little like sprigs of, what are those like cute, like, I can't remember what they're called. Those little orange berries or something that come out in fall. Those would be cute. What else do I got around here? That would look good in here. Here you go. You can put little cones of extra extra thread in there. That doesn't quite work. Man, I cleaned up here and I don't have any random stuff laying around anymore. That's always kind of nice. But yeah, ooh, I like this idea. Definitely could do that. Ooh, you could do a mobile. Deborah was saying you could do a mobile. So you could actually hang some threads, some floss from like 3 points of the hoop, and then this could hook onto a ceiling, and then underneath you could let like a whole bunch of them dangle and stuff. That would be really sweet too. Oh, that'd be cute. They could be all different heights. Yeah, I like that idea. So many things. I just like that I'm recycling stuff. This was all nothing. Like, this is all garbage right here. Even the floss. So I'm digging it. I like it. All right, let's shimmy these to the side. I think we have a teeny little bit of time left that I could cut some of this white fabric, and then we can be kind of all prepped for these blocks. I definitely would love to try and make one of these tomorrow. Again, we've been sewing these little pieces together. This is one light piece of fabric and one dark piece of fabric, and I've been sewing them on either side of the diagonal, so 2 seams, one on one side of the diagonal, one on the other. And when I press them open, so I'll press this side, I'll cut it down the middle first and then press this side, and we end up with 2 half square triangles. So that's like right here. So this is what it would look like. So we, just like the piece that we just had, but then I cut down the middle. So there we go. But I sewed on either side of that diagonal. So I have one piece over here and one piece over here. These ones we've already pressed open. So after we have these guys, which I have a whole pile. So these are the ones that need to be cut open and pressed. These are the ones that we've already done that to. So we got oodles. And then we also have these few that we've also trimmed. So once they get pressed open, we do trim them to an actual size. They end up at 2.5 inches. And then I've been sewing them into sets of 25, so 5 by 5. I would love to be able to do this tomorrow again. So tonight, here's that shirt, the shirt that we've been working on. So that's my next grouping. That's what we had run out of, is the dark colors. And I do need more light colors, so some more scraps are in here. These scraps can go in my other scrap bin, I think. We'll do that. I guess this is all I have left of this white. Ooh, so after this, this had to be some weird blanket. I have no idea where this came from. It feels familiar to me though, so I wonder if, I don't know, maybe it was a blanket I had when I was little or something. It feels familiar, like from bajillions of years ago. So I'm going to just try and chop this all at once, like how we did last night with the, let me just whip this out near me here, like we did last night with the shirt, cutting into that. I think we can easily get a lot out of this. All right, it's already causing me trouble though. Let's do it this way. You know what? Let's just cross-cut a whole pile of 3-inch strips and call it on this little cutting mat here. I didn't open it up big, so that's, I think, where my issue is now. But let's just let's trim it up. Okay, let's start. I think I want to make sure that all the edges are over. Yeah, we're fine right here. Well, some scrap. I think this is big enough that I can go in my other scrap bin near me. And so I don't have to move, let's do the double ruler here. So I'm starting with 3-inch squares with both the darks and the lights. So I've primarily used this as my light fabric because I do think this started out as a sheet, and so I had a lot of it. It's like a flannel, a well used flannel. Um, but I did have a white shirt. It was like a white shirt that had some blue pattern in it, like some floral pattern, but it was mostly white. So there was at least one other white fabric in this quilt so far, but right now this is all I have for light colors. So some of the colors that I actually used as dark colors but are lighter than all the rest, some of those might become my new lights when I'm done here. All right, I'm going to scooch it down after this cut. Probably should have unfolded this. My mat folds out to be twice the size, but my space is kind of getting clogged here. All right. Let's shimmy this down the line. I'm going to try and do it carefully so I don't have to recut this edge. So I am trying to line the folds. Align like this fold on the bottom here, because then it won't be so wiggly when I unfold all this. So I think we're still fine. And if I'm not perfect on these, that's okay too, because once we get to like this stage, I'm trimming them down, and I'm not doing a great job at sewing any of them either. They will all turn out fine. I'm not that concerned. I mean, all this is from shirts that have, that stretch differently, that move differently. It's pretty random. It's all recycled fabric. I'm not being super precious with the sewing of it. It's still working. Yay, I'm glad we're getting this done too. So when we run out of this green, well, this white and green dot, this is just it. This is there's no more of this fabric anymore. Which means I used something up. That's exciting. Okay, I think we need to shimmy again. Okay, that will do. Oops, lost a cord. I think we'll get one more out of this. Yeah, not two. So this one and one more. And we'll cross cut these, and I think we'll be done. So I am going to stay tonight until these are done cross cut, because that would be awesome. Just to sew. Then tomorrow we can just work on, there we go, on the big, making the sets of 25. All right, let's line all these up. I'm going to try and get these edges matched more. I may have to do a few rows of these, but I'm going to try and cut them all at once. Ooh, that's too close to my hand. Doing some kitty scratching. Haven't said kitty scratching in a while, so whenever, like, if the fabric is just over just a hair and I don't want to lift it all the way up, you can just kind of scratch the top of it and it'll move to line up with the other edge. And I call that kitty scratching. Like you're scratching the top of a kitty's head. That's what kitty scratching is. So if you just need to move the fabric a little, you kitty scratch it. There, like that. this one we're going to put on the half mark. Ran out of space. Okay, I'm going to layer these. This is a little thicker. This is some sort of flannel, so I want to still be able to cut through it safely and effectively. But I also don't want to do a whole nother round of it, so I'm hoping we can chop through this all at once. Woo, it's starting to sprinkle outside. It was such a weird day for weather. First of all, it was kind of a breezy, cool fall day, like brisk. But then it got sunny, but it was still kind of cool and brisk. But it looked so beautiful out. Like it was just got to be a perfect fall day. But the sky was weird. Like it'd be perfect blue and like a normal summer day. But then there'd be like just some darkness right next to it. It was just spotty rain showers the whole afternoon. Like seriously, one side of the building would have rain and the other side wouldn't. It was just so weird. But kind of fun too. Smells nice. But I think it's starting up again. All right, let's do it. Great, we're doing this all in one batch. That's perfect. So I'm cutting off all these raw edges. These are all just like the not straight edges. We're getting those all at once. Ooh, yeah, they're shimmying a little bit, but I am able to cut through, so that's good. Okay, these are going on the garbage pile. I don't need to save those little bits. Okay, so I'm going to do that double ruler method again, just because I don't want to, there's so much stacked here that if I move too much, my edge they're all going to come apart. So I don't want to like rotate this or do anything. So I am going to just leave everything here. I'm in this small space where I don't want to move. So I am going to do that 2 ruler method that I've been using. I could just, use the lines on the mat, but I don't know. I do that sometimes, but I was taught to not trust the rule lines on the mat and to trust the rulers more. I don't quite know why that is. But I know we talked about that here before, that other people had learned that way too. Like you're supposed to trust these rulers more for the perfect measurements. I don't know. Ooh, that one felt weird. Usually I move my hand up. That felt weird not doing that, so I'm going to do it my normal way. Ooh, look at these stacks. We're going to have a big old stack of these light colors too. It's actually, I think we'll have actually quite a bit more of the shirt, but this just looks like a lot because this is kind of that squishy flannel. A little bit more to it than that thin shirt fabric. There. I usually shift my hand up like that. I think someone asked, I think I saw this comment, someone asked how my rulers don't slip around, and I gotta tell you, this is one of my favorite products for quilting, but I got these True Grip stickers, so there's these little round stickers, and I actually probably could redo mine because they're getting a little more slippery, but I just stick them on the bottom here, and I have like the little dot. I guess I only have this one on here anymore, and I should just wipe it down to clean it up again, but that like full on makes it not move. Ugh, I love it. Otherwise I'm just kind of slipping around like this, and that can be just scary. So those True Grip stickers, that's been the favorite thing that I've seen, just for the rulers to not move around. Ooh, so now it looks like I can probably get another one out of all of these if I open them up, so I will have to restack. But we're getting there. Getting it. Looking good. Actually, I could use math. I could just cut these to 1.5 inches. I'm surprised that someone wasn't screaming that to me yesterday. Oh, wait, no. 1.5 inches from the folds would have to be all lined up. Arg. All right, I'm going to line up the folds versus unfolding. We're going to line up the folds, and I'm going to cut 1.5 inches from the fold. Ugh, I'm basically relining it all up anyway. So these might be a little awkward and weird, but who cares? I like the idea. I like the idea, even though it's not kind of panning out. These ones are all kind of lined up. There we go. I'm going to do 1.5 inches from this side. We'll be close enough. Close enough to what we need. All right, shimmy over. There, now these can all go in the scrap pile. And these should be close to 3-inch squares, hopefully. Close enough, at least. Fuzzles. Oh, we got a large stack going here. I'll show you guys. Yay, so we'll get more of these groups of 25 done tomorrow. All right, here's our big group from the rest of that fabric, and I think that's it. That's it for my light colors, and all of this is our shirt. So there we go. This is going to be what our next groupings are going to look like. They'll sit in here, and when I need to sew something else, I'm working on another project, I will just grab one of each of these from the stack. I will put them together. I'll sew on either side of that diagonal and throw it back in here. And when it gets to be too much, then we get to this stage where we sew them together. So awesome! That is that, you guys. All right. So again, here is that stack, my little basket that I keep right near my sewing machine here. And yeah, I'm excited. That was really fun, you guys, turning these all into the little shirt, or turning the shirt into these little pom-poms. I'm excited for this, for sure. Oh, the fuzz is flying, though. Still, I'm going to need to get some water. I'm basically inhaling shirt. All right, but before I go, you guys, only a couple hours left for the little batty bat guy and our sugar skull lantern feller. So this guy also, you get in the bundle, you get all the fabric, you get that stick and stitch sticker to put on, you get a tea towel, and you still get the digital pattern. So if you get the bundles, you also get the pattern. And then I have the patterns alone that you can use by themselves as well if you have all the supplies already. So awesome, you guys. Thank you again for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. Keep an eye out at midnight for the new embroidery of the month, and there will be an email about it tomorrow morning. So make sure you're on the email list. You can get there from the website, penguinandfish.com. So all right, see you tomorrow. Good night.